Y'all, I gotta get this orange up out of my head because it just does not go with everything. I need to go back to blind. Anywho, so y'all, I think the reason why a lot of relationships or the relationship realm seems to be so shaky and so tumultuous because there's so many different angles I think to address it, but I think one, people have unrealistic expectations. People are pursuing people who don't want to be pursued by them. Or people are getting hurt by someone and then accusing the whole gender, the whole species of that particular gender to be just as bad as the rest, and everybody's horrible, and there's no good women out there, there's no good men. Like, this is the foolishness that people fall into just because of their healed damage, trauma that they've been through, and then just, not working on themselves, but then instead blaming the whole world for why this one particular person did them wrong. And I think more people need to be honest, for one, about what they really want. You got women out here in relationships or involve themselves with men when they really want themselves to have a serious, committed relationship. But they think just being there for that man or doing anything and everything for that man, that's going to get them the relationship that they want, just for the man to turn around and be like, what this was? I never said that I wanted a relationship. I made that clear from the jump that I'm not looking for a relationship. But then you give of yourself, you give of your body, you're doing all these wifely duties for this man who doesn't really value you or want to possess you as his own, right? And then you're mad at the men about it. And now women are out here being savages, right? Out here hurting, trying to be the same savages that hurt them, Or we can argue the fact that, hey, hey, look, he pretty much made it clear that he a playboy. He not looking for nothing serious. So in the event that you decided to continue a situationship with him, at the end of the day, who can you really be mad at? Who can you really blame? Honestly, yourself. Only yourself, because he told you from Jump Street, this is who I am, this is what I'm about. You're not about to get this from me. But then you went into it anyways, foolishly, selfishly, gave yourself to this man, and then you're upset about it later. Now, your feelings are valid. Feel how you want. Your feelings are valid because they exist. But they're not founded on anything, for the simple fact that he didn't give you that. He didn't promise you that. He didn't say, look, I want to be this for you. I want to be that to you. He never promised you all those things. There's men who are actually honest and tell you, look, I'm just looking to mingle, go with the flow, all these different things. I'm not really looking for something serious with you. Men tell women that. But again, women foolishly go into these situations thinking, it's all good. Or you think you're going to make him change his mind because he's just going to see that you're oh so amazing, you're oh so this and that, and that he's just going to choose you. And you're going to be the one that changes player ways. You're going to be the one to make him hang up his jersey. But he's not, sis. Men are out here trying to be, Mr. Nice Guy. Look, y'all, there's a difference between being nice and being a pushover. Being nice is what we all should be. Like, I'm nice to guys. I'm nice to them. But I dang sure ain't about to be walked on. I dang sure ain't about to be pushed over. When you show me you ain't got nothing but games, I'm just going to walk away from you. I'm not going to sit and fuss with you, ask you all these questions. Why you do it this way? Da, 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 da. You're not getting all that from me. You're not getting all this energy from me, because if you're playing games and you're a grown man, but you're acting like a little boy, I'm just going to walk away from you, right? So there's a difference between being nice and being a pushover. They are not one and the same. Being nice does not equate to letting somebody walk all over you, right? But men will say, nice guys finish last. Nah, it's not that. You're just mistaking a nice guy for being a pushover, and willing to do anything and everything for a woman who doesn't really vibe with you like that. She's not really looking at you like that. She's not really checking for you. She's showing you that she's less than interested, but she's just there because you're willing to do it for her. And you think buying her up and doing all these amazing things for her is going to make her feel differently about you, it's going to make you feel some type of way about you. But the whole time, she's not showing you what you need to see, but you're thinking you could buy her love, that you could just do all these things for her and it's going to make her love you, but then you're hurt when you don't get it, right? And then you're mad at the other women in the world, right? You're blaming the whole world of women for why this one woman did you bad. Now you act like the rest of them are bad too. Make it make sense. I see some men, and I've been on the other end of that. I've seen some men pursue women who never wanted to be pursued by them. I've had that happen to me. I would say 2 times. And I made it blatantly clear. We ain't nothing but friends. I ain't never flirt with this person. Never showed any signs of, hey, I like you on a more than a friendship basis. The same way I act with anybody else is the same way that I act with this man. There was no extra energy coming from me. I'm just a nice person. I'm just socializing with you. That's it. No more and no less. But yeah, he ended up later, when he found out that I liked one of his friends, Oh, then he acted like he was butthurt or like I did something to him. And then before you know, oh, you're the bad guy, right? Like I'm the bad guy in this. I'm the bad guy. I never said that I liked you. I'm sorry that you felt some type of way for me. But if I don't feel for you, I don't feel for you. That's not something I can force. It's not something I can pick and choose. It just is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. You know, I think there's another male friend who kind of look at me in a particular light. But I've made it blatantly clear we are nothing but friends. For anybody and everybody who might think otherwise, just because I'm around a lot doesn't mean it's something going on here. I am capable of having relationships with men and literally being nothing but friends and nothing more and nothing less. But not all everybody comes from that perspective. In fact, I actually seen a study that says that, you know, a lot of women underestimate how attracted their male friends are to them, whereas a lot of men overestimate how attracted their female friends are to them, right? You know, but nonetheless, this particular situation, I made it blatantly clear. I don't know how much more clear I could have made. When I say blatantly, it was almost rudely. It's just because I got tired of the accusations from people around. Like, look, I don't desire him, don't want him, don't this, don't that, da da da. Now I'm never flirt with him, no this and that. I said it all in front of his face. You know, I don't have to. I shouldn't have to do it anymore. Like, don't misconstrue me being around even after saying that, thinking that it could mean something. You know, and granted, I'm not sure if this, you know, particular person think it could mean something, but. You know, this person seems to think that I have learned that, you know, based off of, you know, a particular situation that, oh, women desire men who got a bunch of women because it shows that you can provide for them or that, you know, this and that. I'm like, well, I don't know what study that's based upon because I'm not that type of woman. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like how we throw people all into these one categories. I'm like, these statistics don't apply to me because I don't look at men with a lot of women as anything wholesome. I'm like, ooh, I want him too because I see all these women around here. Ooh, let me be a number. Ooh, let me fight for his love and affection and attention. Nah, I'm like, you a playboy. There's nothing wholesome about a playboy. Just like there's nothing wholesome about a playgirl. Men don't really desire playgirls. They might want to sleep with them, but they don't look at them as like, oh, you wife material. Like you're looking at every man, including me, and you're just amazing. You're a wife material, and I just want to wife you up. No man is saying that, right? We let people stay in the category that they place themselves in because at the end of the day, people are going to be in whatever category that they're going to be in because they themselves and how they live their lives, the way they carry and conduct themselves and how they act with the opposite sex. Only in their doings do they place themselves in particular categories, right? But there's one friend, he thinks that, you know, oh, women what? Men who have a lot of women. I'm like, well, I disagree with that because I think that's a turn off, but okay, you know. But every time I turn around, he lying about, you know, a female friend, lying about this woman, lying about that. It's like, and the reason why I'm starting to feel like it's lies is because he unnecessarily brings them up. He unnecessarily makes a point to mention a woman. And I'm like, and I can see it, you know, like I know psychology. I'm not no dummy. Like I don't say nothing. I just like, okay, cool. Like, cause I don't care. Like, I don't care. I don't care about what woman you could be talking to, what woman that you're creating within your mind or whatever. Cause you know, at the end of the day, I don't look at you like that. So I do not care. I am just your friend. I'm not going to like you anymore or outside of a friend just because you lied about having women. That doesn't attract me. And if I'm already not attracted to you, there's nothing ever in this life that can make me attracted to you. Right. You know, like we can't pick and choose an attraction, y'all. We can't. Like, it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. If you're attracted to somebody, you're attracted to them. If you're not, you're not. Like, but I know men who will be willing to go above and beyond or to be banking on this particular woman within their mind, but all the while she's never give him any signs that she's interested in him, not interested in him at all, don't want him. And then again, as soon as he find out she's in a relationship or don't dare let it be in a relationship or talking to somebody that he knows, oh, then he really gonna be upset but her and be like, yeah, women this, women that, blah, blah, blah. No, you're this and you're that. That's your fault that you entertain these thoughts within your mind. You create a whole scenario within your mind. You know, naive women have a tendency to do that. Like, oh, they really like a man, and before you know it, they're like creating this fairy tale, this fantasy land that, oh, they get together, get married, have a bunch of babies, live happily ever after. But it seems men do that too. Like, y'all lie to yourselves and then get mad when what you lied to yourself about doesn't come into fruition. It doesn't happen in real life. And then you're mad at this person and they have no idea why you're mad at them because they didn't do anything to you. You lied to yourself. But now you're mad at them as if they were the ones who lied to you. You see what I'm saying? But we throw people in all these different categories. We lie to ourselves in relationships. Situationships, going into a situation, think we're gonna get something out of it when this person made it blatantly clear that they don't vibe with you like that, or they're not looking for that with you because they don't look at you as the one. And then you thinking, setting back and settling for him, like, well, I'm just gonna love him and he's just gonna see how amazing I am. I'm gonna cook for him and clean for him. I'm gonna bust it wide open wherever he want me to. I'm gonna do this and that for him, and he's just gonna see that I'm the best option. I don't think women are verbally saying this, though I'm sure there are some women who do say that, but the way that they continue to involve themselves in these situations and then end up hurt when they don't get what they want out of it, shows that clearly that's what they went into it thinking it, but you can't sleep your way into a man's heart, sis. I don't care what you do. I don't care how great you cook, how much food you cook, and he will eat you out your house and your home and then still go be with another woman. Guess what? He'll go and be with another woman who has morals and values, who isn't with them Playboy stuff, that Playboy vibes. Who isn't like, nah, I'm not going to let you be in and out, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, wishy-washy, whatever. I'm not going to settle for less. Okay, you don't want a relationship? Well, I do, so I'm going to keep it pushing. And then he going to be like, oh, wait a minute. I just met a woman who actually has standards. Oh, then he really going to want to pursue her when she's like, no, I ain't with it. I don't care how cute you are, how fine you are, how much money you got. I do not care. But if you're not on what I'm on, I'm going to walk away from you. And those are the only women that a man will choose, right? To be like, whoa, that's wifey right there. Not the random women that are anywhere and everywhere. Same thing with guys. Not y'all random guys who are anywhere and everywhere thinking that being a pushover means being a nice guy and you're saying, oh, nice guys finish last. No, a pushover's finish last because you do it to yourself. And you look like a simp, right? You look weak. I mean, heck, lying about women that you don't really have all because you want the people around you to view you in some type of light, like friends and stuff, like, lying about that's weak. That's weak. The fact that you're even coming from that place within your mind that you think having a bunch of women is going to make you look like something. But it's all superficial. It's all fleeting. Especially a woman of substance. That is not going to move a woman of substance. Like me, myself, yeah, I'll say I'm a woman of substance. But I don't try to speak myself up. I just live my life and I walk my walk. Like my lifestyle is going to exude whatever I can say from my mouth. But I'm not checking for no man who got a lot of women. Definitely not a man who lies about having women. To me, it's like, dang, dude, like, that is so unwholesome that you even want the illusion that you have all these women. But the fact that you're living a lie, trying to create, because you want everybody to view you as that, but nobody ever sees these women that you talk about. You talk about them all the time, but nobody sees them. And it's like, yo, that's weak. But then also shows me that you're not spiritually aligned, because if you're spiritually aligned, or if you're in the same wavelength as I am, you're not looking for quantity or even trying to lie about having quantity. You want quality, and you're looking for that one particular person who checks off all, the majority of your boxes, if not all. But you see, this is what people do to themselves. People lie to themselves. People play themselves in situations, and then they wonder why relationships are what they are today. And then you got everybody looking at relationships like, oh, I want that. I've seen too many messy situations. Heck, sometimes I kind of feel like that. I feel like I live in my own little world. I feel like I am from the outside in. I'm looking, from the outside in, and it's, I'm just looking at what's going on. I'm just like, wow, okay, so this is what's going on out here. This is what I'm missing. I ain't missing nothing. I was just say here, so I'm just sitting back and taking notes and then looking at, the things that people put themselves in, and then, wondering why their life is like this, again, the way that you carry and conduct yourself, what you go for or don't go for, says everything about you. It tells everyone any and everything that they need to know about you if they understand psychology and actually what's attractive. A lot of what I think a lot of people get wrong is that they think attraction is all about how you look on the outside, but they don't consider the inside, or just the way you carry and conduct yourselves, those things that you cannot see on somebody, right? It's cool if you're attractive visually speaking, right? But how's your morals and your values? How do you carry yourself? What's the things that come out of your mouth? Like, how do you carry yourself in this life? What's the aura you put out? What's the vibe that you put out? I'm telling you, because I've seen some people who may not be all that attractive physically to the eye, but in who they are and the way they carry themselves and how they make you feel when they're around, like, man, they become so attractive. I've seen it. I've looked at somebody like that before. I'm like, I wasn't physically attractive off, from the jump. But getting to know this person, like, wow, this person has such an attractive personality. This person is a good, upstanding person, So I think it's also important that we learn that not only like to stop settling and putting ourselves in stupid situations, which just shows our lack of self-love and our lack of value that we see within ourselves. Instead of settling for stupid situations, how about you just really work on yourself? Stop trying to lie or create personas or facades because you want to be viewed as a particular thing. How about you actually be a particular thing? So people can be like, yeah, well, I know this person's solid, and who they say they are is who they really are. They don't care about people's opinions. They're not here trying to impress nobody. They're just living their life, and their character, who they are. Like, I just like who they are, how they carry themselves, the things that they do, the things that they're down for, the things that they won't be down for, the things that don't just fly around them. Like, I think everybody can appreciate a solid person who sounds and, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, someone who just cultivates all these different aspects of themselves. I think it's so important we do that. Stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to other people, because, people, we can smell BS when we can see it. Like, if you have a discerning eye, or if you know anything about psychology at all, and learn about why people do the things that they do, like, you're gonna see a lot of people are straight BSers. Like, all they do is feed BS, especially if you get caught in a lie. Trust and believe, no one's gonna believe a single word out of your mouth going forward. I know I haven't. Anybody that I've caught in a lie, and especially when it's petty lies and it's lies that you don't even need to be lying about, I don't trust nothing you say after that. So guess what? You can be telling me a story, you can be telling me a situation, I'm like, okay, really? Yo, that's crazy. Right? Yeah. I don't blame you. Hey, look, do what you got to do. You're going to get all of that out of me. But I ain't believing nothing you're saying. I'm literally like, taking it with a grain of salt, as they say. Yeah, I'm just out here just analyzing the world and just seeing the things that are going on within it in the relationship realm. And I think there's a lot of room for improvements, And again, stop lumping everybody into one category. We are not all the same. According to different things that I've seen men say about women, I'm like, well, dang, like you're talking about, if a woman saying she's not having sex, she's lying. Okay, that's a lie, because that's me. If a woman says that she has less than a certain amount, that's lying. Oh, she's lying. Okay, well, you're talking about me, and I'm not lying. This woman's on the 3% woman, and she's here, and there. Well, here I am in Maryland, but I didn't hear you state that. Okay, so you're lying. Like, I don't care what stats you got, what opinions you have. The majority of the stuff that they be talking out here, I don't even fit within that description. I fit none of the statistics that they talk about, but yet they'll lump everybody into one little lump sum. Just like some people think, you're not going to find somebody who isn't going to wait to have sex until marriage. But guess what? Good men actually value purity. Good men actually don't want a woman who's ran through. And a good man, a man who will see me as his wife, if he really gets the inkling in his spirit that I'm his wife, trust and believe he's going to wait. And no, it doesn't take forever. Like, some people look at relationships like, y'all should date for all these years, be engaged for another several, and then finally get married like 8-10 years later. No, like, if you're intentional in your relationships and then you really ask the right questions, you really take the time to really get to know some person and to listen to your discernment, and not just listen with your heart, but with your mind. Like I always say, if your heart and your mind don't align, it must have quit. All right. Don't entertain it. Right. But it don't take long to get to know somebody, ask the right questions, spend the right amount of time. Like, a lot of people get so busy, doing this, doing that, hanging out, going here, going there. Let's go to the movies. Let's go do this, do that. And yeah, those have their place, but at the same time, you're not really getting to know the person. You're not asking the right questions. Like, I've met women who are married, right? Been married for years, but don't have any kids. And I've talked about, some women don't want kids, but she was like, well, I wanted kids, but, he ended up not wanting it. And I got to the bottom of it, and come to find out, it wasn't the question that she asked from the beginning. Like, well, if that's ultimately what you wanted, that's no light thing. That's a big deal. It's life-changing. Like, it's a huge responsibility and a huge wanting, desiring for people. Like, it literally changes everything. How did you not have that conversation before, sis? How did you not? Like, my questions are, do you want family? Do you want children? Like, what do you want? Do you believe in protector and provider? Like, do you believe in gender roles? Okay, what do you think my role is as a wife? What do you think your role is as a husband? If you want a traditional wife, okay, I'm cool with that. But if a traditional wife stays at home, she's not out here working to help pay 50-50 like you. Okay, do you want a traditional wife? Okay, so are you talking about traditional? You can't say you want a traditional wife who cooks and cleans and takes care of the whole house, but then you want her to work too and pay 50-50 on the bills. That leaves her ran down and tired, come home, take care of the kids while you come home and kicking up your feet. And she's in there slaving and cooking and cleaning for you, but still paying bills like you. So pick what you want. I mean, what do you think about this? Where's your moral compass? What makes you, what keeps you going at the end of the day? What stirs you inside? What enlivens your spirit? What do you know about your spirit? Are you in tune with the Most High? Do you know him? Do you desire a relationship with him? Like, I don't think it takes a long time, y'all. And despite what y'all might believe, ladies, it don't take a long time a man to figure out whether or not he wants you as a wife. Now it all depends on whether or not a man wants to be married. Some men don't want marriage because they look at it like it's nothing but a contract and this and that negative things can come from it. I understand that thinking. I get it. That's why prenups are involved. And that's why I think people should do them. Like, anything you earned before me, hey, they ain't got nothing to do with me. Keep it, because I'm not here for the wrong reasons. I'm here for the right. But, whatever we attain together, we figure that out. That's a different situation. But people aren't asking the right questions. They're going into these situations blind. And it's like, you didn't really assess the situation. You didn't really ask the right questions. And you weren't willing to walk away when you found out that this person wasn't for you. I think relationships today are unnecessarily in shambles. Unnecessarily. Because so much could have been resolved or just walked away from altogether. But people too busy creating lies in their head, creating different scenarios, lying to themselves about this, thinking, something's going to be one way when this person made it clear it'll never be that, getting involved in a situation that you already knew from the jump that it wasn't good, but because you let your lust lead you, you let your flesh speak for you and make all your decisions for you, Ask the right questions, truly be about what you say that you want, and don't be afraid to walk away when you see what you want isn't within this particular person. All right? It's a very honorable thing, and you will save yourself a lot of heartache, a lot of wasted time, and get you closer to what you actually are looking for. You know, again, like myself, I know what I'm looking for is rare, but personally, I feel rare. My morals and my values, I feel, is rare. And actually standing on what I say I'm about, you know, because not everybody does that. I can't speak for nobody else, but I know a lot of men will say that women don't stand on like what I've been standing on 10 years abstinence, save myself from marriage, because I want that one solid thing and I'm not willing to flinch at anything, even if it means dying alone. You know, if I'm looking for rare, I can only expect to be rare for that rare thing, because I can never ask for anything that I myself am not and that I myself cannot bring to the table, or at least the equivalent of that as a woman. Like whatever his equivalent as a man, bring the equivalent as a woman, right? I know my place, I know my position, I know who I am, I know what I want, and I know my worth and my value, so I'll never settle, right? Be okay with being alone and stay alone until you are clear about what you want and you don't fold on that, all right? There's certain things that we can go without, y'all, when it comes to somebody. But there's a lot of things that we cannot and should not, especially when we know we really want and desire those things, all right? But again, stop lying to yourself, stop entertaining situations that you have no business entertaining, and stop hurting yourself long-term for a short-term gain, because it literally makes no sense. Use logic in these situations and stop listening to your heart. Because as the word says, the heart is deceitful above all things and it is desperately sick. Who can understand it? All right. Word of encouragement. Thank you for listening, y'all. Take care.